Hey boys and girls, today we are going to practice giving our own book talks. And I'm going to show you a book that I really like and give a book talk for you here in a minute. But first I want to review some of the things we've talked about that make a book talk a good one. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to choose a book. You're going to choose a book that you like, okay? Then make sure you think about why you like it. So why do you like that book you picked? Look back at the pictures, read some of the words again, and see why you like that book, okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to think about the title of the book. Make sure you can read it. You're going to remember the characters. And you're also going to think about the setting of the book or where the story took place. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to tell any important events that happened in the story. So you need to think back about those events. What happened in that story? Maybe you want to take a second and tell someone else what happened in the book before you start your book talk so that you can remember those things, okay? The next thing you need to think about is how you can make your classmates excited to read the book that you're talking about. And we talked about some things you can do to help get everyone else excited. One of those was to show a picture in your book. You could also ask a question about your book. You could also give an important fact, something you learned in the book. Okay, and then the last thing you can do is to sound excited. Make your voice excited so that everyone else will be excited to read the book that you're going to talk about. Then, before you give your book talk, I want you to make sure you're looking at your audience. Make sure that you have your voice loud enough so that people can hear you, but not so loud that you're yelling. You also need to make sure that you're not talking too fast so that other people can't understand you. And then make sure that you're holding your book so that other people can see it if you're going to show pictures and things like that. So those things should help you get prepared for your book talk. You can use the sheet we've been using this week in Seesaw to write down everything you want to say about your book before you do it, if you would like to, if that will help you. And then you're going to go into Seesaw and you're going to record a book talk, okay? The book talk I'm going to give you today is about Pet Show. We have read this book before. I love it. The author is Ezra Jack Keats. And in this book, I'm going to show you a page here. In this book, the kids are having a pet show. They're going to have judges judge their animals, and they can get ribbons. They are so excited to get a blue ribbon for their pets. And look, you can see all the different kind of pets that are going to be in this book. Yeah, from that page. And what happens in this book is one of the boys, he wants to bring his cat. His name's Archie. He wants to bring his cat to the pet show, but he can't find his cat anywhere. He's looking all over the neighborhood trying to find his cat. His friends come, but they have to go on to the pet show because it's time for it to start. And Archie is searching and searching. So he has to come up with a different pet to take to the pet show. When he shows up, he has a jar, and inside the jar, it looks like nothing is there. He tells everyone that his pet is a germ. Tiny little germs that can make you sick or get on tables after you touch things. He tells the judges that that's his pet. The judges go ahead and give him a prize for the quietest pet. But really, is that a pet? No, you're right. That's not a pet. But what happens while the judges are looking at Archie's pet is that an older lady comes in with a cat. And guess what? It is Archie's cat. The judges don't know that, and they give her the blue ribbon for the cat with the longest whiskers. And Archie, at first, he's upset because he wanted that blue ribbon. But then he decides to go ahead and let her keep the ribbon. That's the nice thing to do. She didn't have a pet to bring to the pet show, and so he just lets her keep it. That was really kind of Archie to do that, and I really like when people do nice things for other people. So that's one of the reasons I really like this book. Maybe you could read The Pet Show again if you wanted to. It's a really good book. Now what I want you to do is to go to Seesaw, and you're going to pick a book that you like, and you're going to practice giving a good book talk. Make sure you're using all the things that we talked about earlier, looking at the camera, making your voice not too loud and not too fast. And make sure you talk about the title, the author, the characters, what happens in your book, why you like it, and then really important, make sure you're excited and you can get other people excited to read your book.